Okay, for those of you that stuck it out this far, I greatly appreciate you. I want to let you know what I ran across. So keep in mind, not a rep for SAWSTOP, just the guy making a video thinking this might be helpful. T-rail system. Primarily, what you have to watch out for is you have to line up the front rail and the back rail with the miter gauge slot. There's a little indentation on both sides, and these screws are essentially V-head screws that go in the V-head notch on this slot, and they line up. There's a 52-inch, a 36-inch, a 30-inch, and the one with the really crappy T-fence. But they all have to line up with that. So there's that. I was left with so many screws from the previous person putting it together incorrectly that I had to stop the video and start over because there's about 10 unnecessary minutes of dealing with trying to find out why I had all these extra screws. They're for different systems. So again, with the 4-foot level. I might be out of range, but I'll show you here in a minute. Hello. Slide this back. This T-rail fence is also, it's in inches as well as micrometers. Yes, I said that on purpose. Micrometers. Micrometers. Metric system. God bless my dad. He loves the metric system. I was thinking it was going to take over the world. Also, one helpful thing, if you live in a dry area like Flagstaff, I pulled the end caps off, these end caps over here, because this thing was sloshing around. Pulled the end cap off, and there was a big old greasy bag of silica. So, if you live in a wet climate, leave that in there or put it in your gun safe. Okay. Right back. Okay, so all 4 screws are now in for the 24-inch extension, which means it's a 36-inch. I had a few nuts and bolts left over. When you get all done, you're able to slide this in. This is where I think you put the credit card. And you slide in your insert. Lower your blade down. Got to grease that up. There's a video on SAWSTOP's website how to do that. And there she is. Oh, can't forget the nifty Jessam locking fence. And there she is. So I hope this was helpful, and if it wasn't, then those haters can leave notes, and if it was, those really nice people can leave notes. And oh, I wanted to tell you one thing I got at SawStop. I was talking to them on the phone, and it's ask the saw. If you're curious and if you wonder if your material is going to trip the overload, the finger catcher, you can put it in bypass, run something through, and watch the computer, and it'll tell you whether it was going to before you run multiple passes through. The second thing that he told me about was if you were to, anytime you make an adjustment, all right, anytime you want to make an adjustment with anything, tape measures set these things off all the time. I thought that was really helpful when I heard that. So if you're going to make any adjustments, you turn off the saw, step back, do nothing, wait for it to shut down, and then make sure off, make sure power off at the power button. Power button, they say, is just as good as unplugging it. When in doubt, unplug it. That's a safety tip. All right. See you later. Hope this all worked for you guys.